We're trying to proceed. The member for Indi.
Thank you, Speaker. My question is to the Minister for Infrastructure and Transport and the Deputy Prime Minister. Minister, my question is on the $235 million North East Vic Railway Line project. And in February, the then minister told this House the scope of works would be released for community consultation in about the middle of the year. And it's now the middle of the year. My community is asking, when will the scope of works be released for community consultation? Who is responsible for developing and implementing the community strategy? And will you please, Minister and Deputy Minister and representative of the National Party, provide us the leadership we need to deliver on this multi-million-dollar commitment?
The Deputy Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker, and I thank the member for Indi for her question. It is the middle of the year, another year of delivery and achievement by the Liberals and Nationals. I thank the member for her passionate advocacy for North East Rail, and I also thank the member for Murray for similar advocacy. After detailed consultation with the community and the Victorian Government on the 16th of March this year, the Federal Liberal and Nationals Government, to which she refers, committed a further $135 million to upgrading the North East Rail Line to improve passenger services, bringing our total commitment to $235 million for this particular line. Now, this is part of our $1.6 billion investment, our commitment to the Victorian Regional Rail Revival, which is upgrading every passenger line in Victoria, including the member for McEwen, who's very noisy, including his seat. This additional funding for the North East Rail Line was committed to upgrade the NERL to a Victorian Class 2 performance standard. This will allow for faster, more modern trains and give communities along the North East Rail Line the services they expect and that they deserve. The Australian Rail Track Corporation is working with the Monash University Institute of Railway Technology to ensure that the upgrades deliver what her community expects. Now, consultation with the community has begun, with key groups, including the Hume Corridor Collaboration Group and the Border Rail Action Group. They've already been consulted. The community will have the opportunity to understand what will be delivered and when, and this will also help to minimise disruptions. Detailed consultation on the delivery of the upgrades, including the scope of works, member for Indi, will be undertaken by the ARTC in consultation with Victorian rail agencies in the coming months. Ultimately, it is the ARTC that is responsible for delivering these works, and I know that under the new chairman, Warren Truss, they will be delivered. Whilst the business case will need to be reviewed by Infrastructure Australia, I expect that upgrades to be underway by early next year, and delivered by 2021.
Pause for a second. Ministers up the other end with their signs can get rid of them, or I'll get rid of you. The Deputy Prime Minister has the call.
Thank you, Mr Speaker. The ARTC is already delivering improvements to the line to improve the ride for commuters. This is yet another investment to help people get home sooner and safer. Ultimately, it will be upgrades to rolling stock, which is the responsibility of the Victorian Government, to which they have committed to, which will deliver the services that the people of Seymour, the people of Euroa, Violettown, Benalla, Wangaratta and Wodonga deserve. Of course, this is a key passenger trunk route, as well as a corridor of commerce, a key part of the inland freight rail from Melbourne to Brisbane, which will bring more than $7 billion of economic development and prosperity to Victoria, and more than 16,000 jobs in the construction phase alone. Our $9.3 billion commitment to the Inland Rail is delivering that nation-building infrastructure that I know the member for Indi, her people will benefit from, as will the entire nation.
The Prime Minister's time has concluded. Just